Hey there, friends. Tired? Lost your job? Wife just left you? Has your daughter run off with a rock musician? Are you tired of nothing but home runs, walks, and strikeouts? Well, then come with me back to 1966, where the game was played just a little bit differently. Hey, everybody. Spokane Steve here. It's time for Strat-O-Matic baseball once again. After a day off yesterday, ready to get back into it. And greetings to Ben and Kenyon today. We've got two teams with contrasting styles here. The Chicago White Sox at the Detroit Tigers, May the 13th still. That was a Friday. First of a three-game series, two fine right-handers on the mound. Joe Harlan for the White Sox, Denny McLain for the Tigers. The White Sox, with great pitching so far this season, have had trouble scoring runs. Tigers have scored a lot of runs, but have had difficulty with their pitching. An interesting matchup, and we'll see what happens. Let's take a look at the replay numbers for our starting pitchers. Harlan has not lived up to his card so far. He's 1-2 with a 4.38 earned run average. Despite nice ratios across the board and a 2.43 in real life, so far he has surrendered 36 hits in 37 innings of work. McLain has been fantastic for Detroit. 4-1, 3.05, 2 complete games, one of them a shutout. 38 and a third innings with only 27 hits allowed. Michael K. Is that true? Come on now. Come on. There's So. Welcome, So. And Ben for Denny McLain. Okay, let's get some lineups and we'll get going here today. A beautiful summer Sunday here in Spokane for the White Sox. Don Buford will lead it off at second base. Tommy Agee in center field bats second. Floyd Robinson, the right fielder, hits third. Pete Ward's back in the lineup in left field in the cleanup spot. Tom McCraw at first base hits fifth. Gene Freese at third, batting sixth. J.C. Martin will do the catching and hit seventh, with Ron Hansen, the shortstop, eighth. And Harlan, the pitcher, hitting ninth. Defensively, for the Tigers, Bill Freehan behind the plate. Norm Cash at first, Lumpy and McAuliffe up the middle with Don Wirt down at third. The outfield left to right of Gates Brown, Al Kaline in center today, and Willie Horton's back in the lineup playing right field. Oh my God, you were not kidding. Oh my God, I had no idea, Michael. I thought you were just jacking with us, to be honest. Well, I'll be darned. Well, you learn something every day, or hopefully we do anyway. McLain ready to go to work now as we're ready to start the game. Here's Don Buford to lead things off. Buford comes in hitting .244, 2 home runs, and a team-leading 13 RBIs from the leadoff spot. Switch hitter batting left-handed. Here's the pitch from Denny McLain. That's going to be a 1-9 right-handed. It's a grounder just to the left of Lumpy. He covers the gap and throws him out. 1 down, and we are underway on a Sunday. Get comfortable. Spend an hour or so with me. Here's Agee now. Tommy Agee back in the 2 spot. Agee off to a very slow start this season, hitting just 187. No home runs, surprisingly, and 9 RBIs. McLain into the windup. Pitch to Agee is a 2-7 right-hander. It's a hot shot down to third, smothered by Wirt. Up with it, throws to Cash in time. 2 away, and the batter will be Floyd Robinson. Robinson hitting .303 on the season, 4 home runs, which leads the ball club, and 11 RBIs. Left-handed batter. Pitch from Denny McLain is a 4-4 left-hander. That's going to be a hot shot down to third base. X. Wirt a 2E13. Here's the play. Wirt dives for it on a 16, smothers it, up with it, and throws him out. What a play by Don Wirt. Oh my goodness. So the Tigers flashing some leather here in the first. It's a 1-2-3 inning for McLain. And we go to the bottom of the first, scoreless. And Kenyon says they're named after a military unit in the Civil War. Okay, come on, guys. Which is fact and which is fiction here? As Harlan gets loose, I'll give you the Tigers lineup. Dick McAuliffe leads it off at shortstop. Jerry Lumpy at second base in the 2 spot. Norm Cash at first base hitting third. Al Kaline in center field in the cleanup spot. Gates Brown in left bats fifth. Willie Horton will be in right today hitting sixth. I see I made a mistake here on the, hang on a second. Horton's defense is not accurate. A 4E6 with a -1 arm. We'll make that correction. Don Wirt, the third baseman, has made that dazzling play to end the top of the inning. He hit 7th. Bill Freehan will be behind the plate hitting 8th. McLain, the pitcher, batting 9th. The White Sox will have J.C. Martin behind the dish. Tom McCraw at first. Buford and Hansen up the middle. Gene Freese down at third with an outfield left to right of Ward, Agee, and Floyd Robinson. Give me 1 second here to refresh my screen so I can see everything. There you go, man. Yeah, it is a game show, all right. Here's Harlan ready to go to work, leaving me to wonder, where is our own Joel Harlan today? His main man is on the mound. Here's McAuliffe to lead things off. McAuliffe hitting just .246. However, he has 18 walks, which rank among the league leaders, and 13 runs scored. 3 home runs for McAuliffe, left-handed hitter. The pitch from Harlan. That's going to be a 1-8 right-handed. That's a high fly ball to deep right field. Robinson heading back now on the track at the wall. It's gone. Dick McAuliffe with a leadoff home run, his 4th of the season. Let's take another look at it. 1-8 righty, 1-17. The roll is a 7. And just like that, the Tigers are on the board 1-0. And that'll bring up Lumpy. Lumpy batting .250. Pair of home runs, 8 RBIs. Harlan set now. 4-10 left-handed, swung on and missed, strike 3. So Harlan buzzes one past Lumpy, out number 1, and here's Stormin' Norm Cash. Cash comes into the game at .259. 4 home runs, 10 RBIs. The pitch from Harlan, a 4-10 left-handed once again, swung on and missed, strike 3. So after the leadoff home run, Harlan's gotten down to business here, fanning Lumpy and Cash, and the batter will be Al Kaline. Kaline coming in at .329. A team leading 5 home runs. Actually, he's tied with Horton with 5. And a team leading 17 RBIs. Harlan with the pitch. 4-9 right-handed. That's a high fly ball to deep left field. Ward backing up on the track hauls it in. So Kaline gave it a ride, but it's just a loud out to left, and the side is retired. The Tigers do get a run on the leadoff home run by Dick McAuliffe. After 1 inning of play in the Motor City, it's Tigers 1, White Sox 0. So a nice start and there he is. Speak of the devil, and he shall appear, as the saying goes. I knew Joel Harlan would not miss the start of Joel Harlan. Come on. You gotta be kidding me. So how's the weather in Tahoe, Joel? To the second we go, Pete Ward to lead it off for the White Sox. Ward hitting at .235 on the season, a pair of home runs, 8 RBIs. McLean into the windup now. Here's the pitch to Ward. It's a 1-6 right-handed. It's a grounder to second base. Lumpy has it. Sidearm flip to Cash, and there's one away. Tom McCraw back in the lineup, left-handed hitting first baseman. Comes into the game hitting just 125. He's 6 for 48. This will be his 14th game. No home runs yet, just 3 RBIs. 3-9 right-handed is a comebacker. McLean snags it, turns and throws to Cash, and there's 2 down. I have to say, Joel, I don't know if you were here at the beginning or not, but so far this season, Harlan has not pitched up to his card. McLean, on the other hand, has been fantastic. And with 2 away, the batter will be Gene Freese. You can see that defensive rating. It's pretty scary. Freese on the season, hitting-wise, just 4 for 16. No homers, 1 RBI. And the windup and the pitch is a 6-6 right-handed. That's going to be a hot shot down to third. Wirt backhands it. Long throw across in time. And it's another 1-2-3 inning for Denny McLean. And here's Harlan now. Gates Brown, Willie Horton, Don Wirt due for Detroit. Gates Brown, another scary defensive rating there in left field today. Batting .375, just 6 for 16. He does have a home run and 5 RBIs. Harlan gets the sign from Martin now. Pitch to Gates Brown, a 6-7 left-handed, a single to 7, but on an 8, that liner is speared by Don Buford for the out. So a liner to second, and here's Willie Horton. Willie comes into the game at .293, 5 home runs, 11 RBIs. He's been suspiciously absent from the lineup for a few games, but he's back in there today. Good power both ways for Horton. Harlan into the windup. It's going to be a 1-11 right-handed, and he loses him, ball 4. A 1-out walk to Willie Horton. Horton not a threat to steal. And Don Wirt will be the hitter. Wirt comes into the game batting .264, a pair of home runs, 8 RBIs. Harlan working out of the stretch now. Here's the pitch to Wirt. It's going to be a 3-4 right-handed. It's a fly ball into right center. Ranging over is Floyd Robinson to haul it in. And there's 2 down. That'll leave it up to Bill Freehan, the right-handed hitting catcher. Hitting just .211 on the season. He does have 3 home runs, 9 RBIs. Horton takes a modest lead from first. Harlan from the stretch. Comes to the plate, .410 right-handed, swung on and missed, strike 3. That's strikeout number 3 for Harlan. No runs, no hits, 1 left on. We're through 2 innings. It's 1-0 Detroit. Both starting pitchers looking pretty good out there so far. The 1 home run to mistake to McAuliffe there. And that's about it. Bottom of the order for the White Sox as we move along to the 3rd inning. J.C. Martin will lead things off, the left-handed hitting catcher. Comes in 9 for 27, that's .333. He has a home run. McLean into the windup now. 3-4 right-handed. It's a high fly ball to right field. That's going to be down into the corner and rattles around. Horton chasing it down. Martin rounding second, headed for third. The throw, he is in there with a leadoff triple. Holy cow, let's take another look at that one. 3-4 homer to 2. On an 18, it is a triple for J.C. Martin. And I would have to guess that that's his first triple of the season, and sure enough, it is. And the triples parade continues. Tying run at third, nobody out, and here's Ron Hansen. I'm going to let the dice decide in or back here. 1 to 3, they're in. Infield will be in for Ron Hansen. Hansen hitting just .225. No home runs, only 1 run batted in. Trying to pick up his second here with the runner on third. McLean checks the runner. Now comes to the plate 5-7. Swung on and missed, strike 3. So McLean fans Hansen, and the batter will be Horlin. Horlin, a right-handed batter, 1W. Let's check his bunting rating. He's a B. They're going to keep the infield in for the pitcher, making him a C, and he'll hit away. The pitch from Denny McLean, a 5'9" right-handed, and that is a double into the gap by Joe Horland. How about that? It's an RBI double. Single 1 to 15. In this case, he actually got the break by missing the split because he's a weak. And he picks up the double to drive in J.C. Martin. The ball game is tied. So Horlin helping his own cause here with an RBI double. And that came as a surprise. My thoughts exactly, Ben. Okay, runner on second, 1 down. Here's Buford. McLean checks the runner. Into the windup. 6-7 left-handed as a grounder to second base X. That's going to be a tough play for Lumpy, a 4-E8. Lumpy ranging to his left. Here's the play on a 1. He's not going to get it. That's through for a single, 2 stars. Horlin rounding, and he will score on that. It's an RBI for Buford. And it's 2-1 White Sox. How about that? Buford with great speed. Let's check the battery now. McLean with a -2 hold. Freehand with a cannon behind the plate, -3. That's a battery of 5. And that takes Buford down to a 12. So there will be no need to hold him close as Tommy Agee steps to the plate. McLean staring in now. Throws over to first. Buford back in. Agee standing in from the right side. McLean out of the stretch. Pitch to Tommy Agee on a 1-9. Swung on and missed, strike 3. That's K number 2 for Denny McLean. And with 2 away, it'll be up to Floyd Robinson. Floyd 0 for 1 today. McLean checks the runner. Here's the pitch to Floyd. 2-11 right-handed. That's a base hit into right field. An open single. Buford can try to go to third on that one. 16 with 2 outs, 18. Horton a -1, 17. He's going for it. Here's the throw from Willie Horton. He's in there. So Buford goes to third. Let's see, 14, 9, 8. Robinson will hold at first on that play. To explain that, of course, Robinson would have been a 1 through 8 to take second. Detroit would have had the option of cutting it off and throwing for second. So he'll stick at first. First and third, 2 out. Here's Pete Ward. Pete 0 for 1. The White Sox have to manufacture. Absolutely, Kenyon. Oh, and Michael's at the ballpark. Whereabouts in the country are you, Michael, if I may ask? McLean checks the runners. First and third, 2 down. Here's the pitch to Pete Ward. It's going to be a 2-6 right-handed. He pops him up on the left side. Wirt settling under it now. And he'll glove it to retire the side. The White Sox, however, get 2 runs on 4 hits and leave a pair. And after 2.5, they lead it 2-1. And there's Astros Reefer. I just looked you up, my friend. And hello to Greg. Sure, I'll be happy to. I don't use them. I let the since I use the actual lineups posted on baseballreference.com, the injuries are basically already built in. And since in the carded game every team is only carded with 24 players, I pretty much make the bench, everybody's available on the bench for pinch hitting. That way the usage kind of takes care of itself. I'm not a big fan of Strat's injury system anyway, to be honest with you. So this just makes it cleaner for everybody, I think. Okay, Harlan ready to work the bottom of the third now. Denny McLain will start it off. He's a right-handed batter, 3W. And there's Mike. Welcome, Mike. That's Sports Time Machine, Mike, if everybody knows. Or for those who don't know, I should say. Here's McLain, a right-handed hitter. Harlan comes set, the pitch of 5-6 right-handed. He pops him up on the left side. That's going to be Hansen to make the catch. And there's one away. Turning the lineup over now, here's Dick McAuliffe. Led off with a home run. Standing up there from the left side. Harlan into the windup. There's a 1-6 right-handed. That's a double to 6. However, on a 9, that's going to hang up in right field for Floyd Robinson, who tracks it down for out number 2. Oh, excellent, Greg. Greg 69 replays that cards and dice. And then my next question would be, have you been following Jeffrey Guterman's 1969 replay here on YouTube? And Ben has a 1976 game today, Boston at Baltimore. Here's Lumpy with 2 down. Harlan set now. Winds and deals on a 6-10 left-handed. It's a fly ball into right field and a shallow. Coming in is Robinson, and he's there to make the catch. So Floyd Robinson showing some nice range in right field so far today. A 1-2-3 inning for Harlan. After 3 complete, it's Chicago 2, Detroit 1. You can look up either Strat-O-Matic Network or Jeffrey Guterman. I think it's Guterman. I'm not positive about the spelling. Perhaps someone else could help me out with that one. A plea to the crowd. To the 4th we go. Here's Tom McCraw. McCraw 0 for 1. Oh, there you go, Mike. That makes sense. I was in a league that did that once. We used the injuries, but they were all 1 game max. That was okay. Okay, moving along to the 4th. Here's Tommy McCraw. He's 0 for 1 today, excuse me. Denny McLain into the windup. The pitch to McCraw is a 2-7 right-hander, a single to 12 on a 17. That is smothered by Wirt to his feet and throws him out. So we've had some nice fielding on both sides so far today. And here's Freese. Freese grounded to his opposite number in his first at bat. McLain set now. Here's the pitch to Gene, a 5-10 right-handed. That's going to be catcher's card X. That's Freehan. Freehan, a fantastic receiver, 1E2. And here's the play. On a 14, pop out to the catcher, 2 away. With 2 away, the batter will be J.C. Martin, who tripled and scored his first time up. He actually hit 3 triples that year in just 157 at-bats. McLain ready to go now. That's a 1-8 right-handed, a little ground ball down to first, slow roller. Cash has to come in and charge it now. Flips to McLain, covering. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for McLain. My pleasure, Astros. You like that, huh? Yeah, one of you guys sent me this score sheet. I wish I could remember who it was. Unfortunately, my age-appropriate memory prevents me from remembering that at this moment. Yes, and also, guys, check out Sports Time Machine, a.k.a. Mike. Oh yeah, I loved the Billy Ball. It is a lot of fun. Bottom of the fourth we go. Heart of the order for Detroit. Norm Cash steps in, struck out his first time against Horlin. Horlin gets the sign from Martin now. That's going to be a 6-7 left-hander, a single to 7. On a 16, that's going to find the glove of Don Buford for the out. So a soft liner right into the glove of Buford. And there's one away. Al Kaline steps to the plate, flew to left his first time up. Horlin into the windup now. Here's the pitch to Kaline. That's going to be a 3-8 right-hander. It's a grounder into the hole. Hansen there to cut it off. Plants and throws in time for the out. And with 2 away and nobody on, Gates Brown. Brown only batted 169 times in real life. But if you notice, the last few games for the Tigers, he started quite a few games in left. So I assume that was a short-term thing. We shall find out as time goes on. Horlin into the windup now. The pitch to Gates Brown is a 6-12 left-hander. That's a grounder to first base X. That's going to be McCraw, a 2E16. McCraw arranges to his right, and here's the play. On a 16, he's there. He's got it. Flips to Horlin covering, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Horlin. 4 innings in the books. It's 2-1 White Sox. Pitchers duel as advertised, at least so far. I got to tell you, yesterday I watched the replay on the MLB network of the Bob Costas, Willie Mays interview. A long and in-depth interview. It was fantastic. I think it was originally done in 2010. I'm not absolutely positive. Ron Hansen will start off the 5th inning for the White Sox. Hansen struck out his first time against McLean. McLean gets the sign from Bill Freehan now. Pitch to Hansen, a 3-7 right-handed. It's a lazy fly ball into left field. Gates Brown is settling under it. And he'll make the catch for out number 1. That'll bring up Horlin. Horlin with an RBI double his first time up, and he came around to score. Right-handed batter. Pitch from McLean is a 1-10. Struck him out. That'll turn the lineup over, and Don Buford will come to bat with 2 away. Switch hitter hitting left-handed. Buford 1 for 2 on the day. McLean into the windup. There's the pitch to Buford now. It's a 1-8 right-handed, a single to 2 on an 11. Soft liner. Lumpy climbs the ladder and pulls it down. So 1-2-3 go the White Sox in the 5th. Too much to ask, man. Too much to ask for Horlin to get 2 hits. Here's Willie Horton lead things off for Detroit in the bottom of the 5th. Horton walked his first time up today. Horland staring in, pitch to Horton. A 6-7 right-handed, a single to 7 on a 5. That's going to be past McCraw and into right field for a leadoff single. So Willie Horton aboard again. A walk and a single for Willie so far. Tigers glad to have Willie back in the lineup. And here's Don Wirt now, 0 for 1. And Wirt's going to lay it down. He's an A. They weren't holding it in. And it's a successful sacrifice bunt for Don Wirt. And you regular guys know that I don't bunt very much. But I looked down there and saw that A. It's the tying run. Why not? The old saying, play to win on the road, play for a tie at home, applies here. And it'll be up to Bill Freehand. Freehand struck out his first at bat against Horland. Horland checks the runner at second now. Comes to the plate 1-6. It's a grounder to short. That's going to be Hansen. Looks the runner back and throws him out. So it looks like that strategy will not pay off, as Denny McLain will be the batter with 2 outs and a runner on second. The pitch from Horland is a 1-7 right-handed. Oh, he just missed it. Grounder to second. Buford to his right. Has it. Throws him out. And that will end the inning. No runs, a hit, 1 left on. We're through 5 innings here in Detroit. White Sox 2, Tigers 1. I wonder if I can make this hang on a second, I'm playing around with the settings on this thing. There we go. Oh my goodness, this whole time I could have been seeing this chat better. I just figured out how to make the screen brighter on the crap top. For those of you who don't know, I have 2 laptops going on the table here. One I call the crap top, and the other is the laptop. The laptop, the better machine that has my Strat-O-Matic game, all my music, pictures, stats, etc., etc. The crap top I just use for monitoring the stream. And to the 6th we go. Here's McLain. He'll be facing A.G., Robinson, and Ward. It's entirely possible that the screen was brighter at one time and Mookie stepped on it and inadvertently lowered the brightness. I would not rule that out. Here's Agee, 0 for 2 today. McLain staring in now. Here's the windup. The pitch to Tommy Agee, a 3-5 right-handed. Agee takes it the other way and strokes a solid single into right field. So a leadoff single for Agee. Agee with blazing speed, of course. Star 17 stealer. However, once again, the McLain Freehand battery -5. That knocks him down to a 12. 1 through 17 runner. And here's Floyd Robinson. Floyd 1 for 2 today. McLain checks the runner. Now from the stretch. Comes to the plate 4-6 left-handed. A single on a 4 on a 20. It's a liner right into the glove of Lumpy. Throws to Cash. Agee back in time. So a soft liner to second base. 1 down. And the batter will be Pete Ward. Ward 0 for 2. McLain checks the runner. from the stretch, a 5-11 left-handed. It's a high fly ball to deep right field. Backing up is Horton on the track, hauls it in. Oh my! So Pete Ward gave it a ride on a 5-11 left-handed, and it's just allowed out to right field. Excuse me. I beg your pardon, guys. I'm so used to Horton playing left field. That's what happened there. 1 on, 2 away, and here's Tom McCraw, 0 for 2 today. Playing from the stretch, it's a 110 right-handed. That's going to be a double to 16. That's down into the right center gap. Rounding and headed for third is Agee. He'll stop there, and McCraw has a double. So on a 110, Kaline got on that quickly with his rifle arm. White Sox play it safe and hold Agee up at third. 2-star double. And it'll be up to Gene Freese. Freese, 0 for 2. McLean trying to get out of this jam now. Second and third, 2 away. Checks the runners. Full windup now. And the pitch to Freese on a 6-8 right-handed is a lazy fly ball into right field. Horton drifting in. He'll take it for out number 3. So no runs, 2 hits, 2 left on. And it's still a 2-1 ball game. Yeah, Kenyon, I thought so too. That's only the second game, if I remember correctly, this is only the second game that Kaline has started in center. And they'll send the top of the order here in the bottom of the 6th against Horlin. Dick McAuliffe, 1 for 2, his home run, the lone Detroit run of the game so far, and that was to start off the game. Horlin gets the sign from J.C. Martin now. The windup, the pitch to McAuliffe is a 2-9 right-handed, struck him out. So that is what now? 3, strikeout number 4 for Horlin. And here's Lumpy. Lumpy 0 for 2. Struck out and flied to right. The pitch from Horlin is a 4-5 left-handed. It's a slow roller to first base. McCraw has it. He'll take it himself. And quickly there's 2 down in the 6th. And here's Stormin' Norm Cash. Stormin' Norman 0 for 2 today. Somebody in the chat, a regular, called the Tigers the greatest show on earth in '66. And who am I to argue? It's a fun lineup. Horlin with the windup. The pitch to Norm. 4-4 left-handed. It's a fly to center field X. That is drilled deep to center field. Agee, a 1E8, is on his horse. Going back to the track. Leaps at the wall and makes an incredible catch. Oh my goodness. On a 1, Tommy Agee just totally robbed Norm Cash of extra bases. Holy crap, that deserves another look. It's a 1. Only a 1 center fielder could have hauled that in. What a freaking play. That's going to go as an 8X web jam, of course. And that will end the inning. 1, 2, 3, go the Tigers. Horlin showing his appreciation to Agee. And before we go to the 7th, I'm going to take a short break and prepare myself another cup. And welcome to Doug. Doug's also for the Tigers. And we are back. Finished the carafe, so I just whipped together a single cup here real quick. That's funny, Greg. Well, I guess somebody has to, right? Support the pale hose, that is. We move along to the 7th in a 2-1 ball game, favor of Chicago. Here's J.C. Martin, the bottom of the White Sox order. Hansen to follow. Martin 1 for 2 today. McLean into the windup. Here's the pitch to Martin. That's a 2-7 right-handed single to 12 on an 11. That's in there, just past the outstretched glove of Jerry Lumpy. And Jerry Martin's aboard with a leadoff single. He's 2 for 3 today. Here's Hansen, the shortstop. McLean rated an 8 for endurance. Hansen's going to swing away here, looking at that A bunter, but the pitcher's on deck. McLean from the stretch, 4-7 right-handed, and he loses him ball 4. And now McLean's in a bit of trouble here in the 7th. First 2 batters reach. And here is Horlin, who had an RBI double himself in this game so far. Horlin, a B bunter. Whew, he's a 1. Detroit will pull the infield in here. He's going to lay it down as a C. On a 5C, it's a successful sacrifice bunt for Horlin. So he moves the runners along with a sac bunt. Martin to third, Hansen to second, and there's 1 away. Top of the order, here's Buford. Buford, the team's RBI leader, came into the game with 13. Infield in for the Tigers. McLean in a jam now, 2nd and 3rd, 1 out. Pitch to Buford, 6-12, pops him up. Cash calling for it, infield fly rule. Cash grabs it, and what a huge out that is for McLean. Oh my goodness. I'll bet he does, Mike. I'll bet he bets. 2nd and 3rd, 2 out. It'll be up to Tommy Agee. Agee 1 for 3 today. Agee still looking for his first home run of this replay, and he had 22 in real life. Floyd Robinson, a left-handed batter on deck. McLean checks the runners. Now the full windup. The pitch to AG on a 2-3 liner right at McAuliffe. Oh my goodness. McAuliffe spears it for the third out, and McLean gets out of the jam unscathed. No runs, a hit, 2 left. What a ball game. Oh my goodness. Horland getting ready to work the 7th. He's rated 7 for endurance. Kaline, Brown, and Horton do. Al Kaline 0 for 2 today. All right, we're ready to go here. Kaline standing in the right-handed batter's box. Horland staring in to get the sign from Martin. Here's the windup. The pitch to Al Kaline is a 5-8 right-handed liner right at Freese. Oh my, Freese spears one. Freese, much maligned for his defense so far, made a nice play there. There's one out. And here's Gates Brown now. Brown 0 for 2. Horland staring in. The pitch to Gates, a 3-8 right-handed. It's a high fly ball to deep right field. Backing up is Robinson at the track, leaps at the wall. It's gone, and this game is tied. Gates Brown, with his second home run of the season. Let's look at it again. It's a 3-8 righty. Homer to 12. The roll is a 2. And we've got a tie ball game here in the 7th. Right as Kenyon says, maybe they should play small ball, Gates Brown says, well, we'll see about that. And hits it out of the yard. There's activity now in the White Sox pen. Bob Locker throwing. The only left-hander they have is Pizarro. He'll join him. And here's Willie Horton. Horton walked and singled so far in this one. Horland rubbing up a new ball, now staring in, gets the sign from Martin. Here's the pitch to Willie Horton. It's a 3-8 right-handed grounder to the right of short. Hansen again into the hole. Long throw in time. I tell you, defense is the name of the game today in this one. 2 away, nobody on, and here is Don Wirt. Wirt 0 for 1. And the pitch from Horland. 2-8 right-handed. That is a high fly ball into left field. Ward on the track, however, the wind's going to hold this one up on an 18, and Ward's able to field it for the third out. The Tigers tie the ball game on a Gates Brown home run. After 7 complete, it's a 2-2 game. And I'll tell you what, if the Tigers were leading right now, I'd be pulling Brown out of the game. In a tie game, not so sure, not quite as clear cut, let's just say. What is Gates fielding that year? His rating, you mean, Mike? He's a 5E6 with a +1 arm. Yeah, I kind of think I should get him out of there, honestly. Well, I'm not, Mike. I just copy the lineup from Baseball Reference. You can blame Dressen for that one. Anyway, we're going to bring in Mickey Stanley. He's going to take Brown's place, and we're going to move some outfielders around. Stanley, of course, will go to center. Let's check Stanley's rating here. He's a 2E2 with a -1. K-Line will move to his more familiar right. And Horton will move over to left. Also more familiar for Horton. Despite some questionable defense really on both sides. I mean, have you taken a look at the fielding ratings for the White Sox, Mike? Holy cow, we do not have an error in this game. Knock on wood. Denny McLain getting set to go to work in the 8th inning, now in a tie ball game. It'll be the heart of the order for the Chi Sox. Robinson, Ward, and McCraw, all three left-handed hitters. Floyd Robinson 1 for 3 today. McLain stares in, gets the sign from Freehand now. Pitch to Robinson on a 5-4 left-hander. That's a fly ball to center field X. That's going to be Stanley. Boy, you come in the game and the ball will find you, won't it? Stanley, a 2E2 on his horse. Going back, 14, he makes the catch for the out. Nice running catch by Mickey Stanley. Just inserted into the game for D. And here's Ward now. Pete Ward 0 for 3. McLain gets the sign. 5-6 left-handed, swung on and missed, strike 3. And for McLain now, that is 2, 3, 4 strikeouts. So not a big strikeout game either in this one for either pitcher. Here's Tommy McCraw now, 1 for 3 with a double. McLain gets the sign. Here's the pitch on a 3-10 right-handed. He lines it right into the glove of a Lumpy. And just like that, it's another 1-2-3 inning for Denny McLain. Nail-biting time here as we go to the bottom of the 8th. Joe Horland ready to work. Freehand, the pitcher's spot, and McAuliffe do. And that's going to present decision time. Quite a dilemma, if you ask me. You guys might want to think about this while we get ready to start the bottom of the 8th. Do we let McLain bat in a tie game? Here's Freehand to start it off. Bill 0 for 2 today. Horland into the windup. The pitch to Freehand is a 2-9 right-handed. That's a high fly ball to left field. Going back, that's going to be down and roll to the wall. Freehand running hard out of the box. Ward picks it up. Freehand into second, standing with a leadoff double. McLain, a B bunter. That's what I'm thinking, Ben. Of course, the White Sox, knowing this, will bring their infield in, making him a C. Still a pretty good chance. Infield in. He's going to lay it down. He's a C on a 4. And it's a successful sacrifice bunt. Nice job by McLain to move the runner along. Now the go-ahead run is at third base with 1 out and the top of the order coming up. Who was it that said he was going to go 8? Well, he went 8. And now he's looking to go 9. McAuliffe 1 for 3. The White Sox will pull the infield in for McAuliffe. Horland checks the runner, gets the sign. The pitch to McAuliffe on a 6-5, grounder to second B, and they've got the lead runner. Freehand broke on the play. Buford alertly fires home and nails him. Oh my God, what a heads-up play by Buford. That's going to go as a 4-2 force. And what a huge play by the White Sox. Let me double check that result again. Second base B. Third. Yep, leading runner is out. That is correct. Huge play for the White Sox. And it will be up to Lumpy. Jerry 0 for 3 today. Horland from the stretch now. Comes to Lumpy on a 1-8 grounder to the left of second base. Buford again. He's there. Throws to McCraw. And how about that? Don Buford. Another player who's been much maligned for his defense so far this season. Saves the game in the 8th. No runs, a hit, 1 left. 2 fine plays by Don Buford. A 4.39, by the way, at second. Through 8 complete, it's a 2-2 tie. Both starting pitchers still in the game. You gotta love the 60s. Okay. Gene Freese, and will likely be his final at bat. He's a 4.53 at third. Gene 0 for 3 today. Leading off the 9th. McLean gets the sign. Here's the windup. The pitch to Freese on a 5-7 right-handed. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Down goes Freese. And here comes J.C. Martin. J.C.'s 2 for 3 today. Tripled back in the 3rd. Left-handed hitting catcher. McLean set. The windup. The pitch on a 1-7. It's a fly ball into center field. Stanley drifting to his right now and hauls it in for out number 2. And it will be up to Hansen. Hansen 0 for 2 with a walk. McLean into the windup. The pitch to Hansen, a 1-12. Comebacker snared by McLean. Takes a few steps towards first and tosses to Norm Cash to retire the side. A 1-2-3 inning for McLean. We go to the bottom of the 9th all tied up. Let's check the White Sox bench now. Oh, I know what we could do. Here's what we're going to do. Ken Berry will replace Freese. And he'll play left field. Where he is a 1E3 plus 1. Ward will move to third, where he's a 4E10. I'm actually much more familiar with Pete Ward as a third baseman. Not from my own memory, of course, but from the Strat-O-Matic 365 all-time greats game. I've used that third base Ward card many times in a platoon. And what? Oh, Greg, Dick Allen trade. Well, Joel thinks we could be headed for extra innings, and we've got 2 predicting the walk-off. Heart of the order. It's Cash, Kaline, and Stanley. Brown, remember, is out of the game. Wouldn't they like to have his bat up there now? Seemed like the right move at the time, however. Horland in his 3rd endurance inning. Ready to go to work now. Here's the windup and the pitch to Stormin Norman. That's going to be a 1-8 right-hander to grounder to the right of second base. Buford again. Smothers it. Throws to McCraw. That's 3 in a row for Buford. And here's K-line. Al is 0 for 3 today. Horland staring in. The windup. Pitch to K-line. It's a 6-6 right-handed. Grounder down to third base. That's Pete Ward. Boy, you change position and the ball will find you. Ward has it. Fires to McCraw for out number 2. And Mickey Stanley will get his first at-bat of the day. Stanley's hitting .321 on the season. He has 1 home run. Horland gets the sign. That's a 110 base hit for Mickey Stanley. So Mickey with a 2-out single. Horland a +2, Martin a 0. It'd make him a 15 not held. Willie Horton at the plate. He'd need a 7 to get it, however. He's going to try for it. 4, he does not get the lead, and here's Horton. Horton 1 for 2 with a walk. Horland staring in now from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Willie Horton. It's a 5-8 right-handed liner. Speared by Ward. Holy crap. So Ward moved to third base just in time. He made 2 fine plays that inning, and we're going to extra innings. And correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but Mike, that would be in super advanced, not in advanced, right? It's super advanced only, isn't it? I could check it. Oh, Ben has it. Yeah, 3 innings past POW, I believe, is super advanced only. We go to the 10th in a hell of a ball game here. It's moot anyway, as most likely we're going to pinch hit for Horland here in the 10th. Hansen to lead things. Oh, wait a minute. Hansen made the last out. We're definitely going to pinch hit for Horland. The White Sox need to get somebody on base. Bob Locker throwing. Fine game by Horland. Gave up a pair of solo home runs and not much else. 5 hits allowed. He walked only 1 and struck out 4, just 4. Batting for the Sox against McLean. Is going to be Smokey Burgess, who pinch hit in this game in real life. Burgess is 2 for 6. 2 runs scored. He's 0 for 3 on the season. He's been in 6 games as a pinch hitter. 0 for 3, 3 walks, 2 runs scored. Man, I'm catching up on the chat now. And Bob Cole is with us. Welcome, Bob. We're going to the 10th inning in a tie ball game. Smokey Burgess pinch hitting for Joe Horland. McLean into the windup now. Here's the pitch to the lefty. It's a 2-3. Fly ball into center field. Mickey Stanley going back, and he'll take it for out number 1. So Burgess retired. Top of the order, Don Buford. Buford 1 for 4 today. And he's done a nice job defensively. McLean into the windup. It's a 2-10 against the left-hander. That's catcher's card X. Oh, that's dangerous. That's going to be freehand, a 1-E2. Here's the roll on the play now. On an 8, that's going to be a ground ball in front of the plate. Freehand on it like a cat. Fires down to Cash for the out. Nice play, Freehand. I've said it before, the name of the game today is defense on both sides. 2 down, nobody on, and here's Agee. Agee 1 for 4. McLean with the windup. Pitch to Tommy Agee, a 110 right-handed. Hits a high fly ball to deep left field. Going back is Horton. On the track, he makes the catch. So Agee bidding for his first home run of the season. Just got under it a little bit, and it's allowed out to left field. Another 1-2-3 inning for Denny McLean. I believe that's for if you're an S6 or below, is it not, Ben? I know in the modern games, I play those modern seasons. The 6-rated starters can only go 8 innings. And I think the 4s only get point of weakness +1. So I believe the S4 can only go 5. That one I'm not positive about. Okay, Horland's pinch hit for, so Locker's coming in. Locker so far on the replay. 1-2 with a pair of saves. And a 1.1 ERA over 16 innings of work. Well, Locker's been quite the workhorse so far for the White Sox. He did, however, pitch in this game in real life. And he'll be facing Wirt, Freehand, and the pitcher's spot in the bottom of the 10th. That could spell the end of the day for Denny McLean. Don Wirt to lead it off. He's 0 for 2. Locker set now. Here's the windup and the pitch to Wirt. That's a count. It's a 5-4 right-handed catcher's card X. That'll be J.C. Martin, a 2E7. Here's the play. On a 3, foul out to the catcher. So Martin goes back to get it. 1 down, and here's Bill Freehand. Freehand 1 for 3. Freehand, remember, was thrown out at the plate with the go-ahead run in the 8th inning. Locker into the windup now. It's a 5-7 right-hander. It's a grounder into the hole again. Hansen right there. Long throw in time. And now, as much as I hate to, we've got to send up a hitter for McLean. Fine effort by McLean. 10 innings today. Four, 5, 6, 7 hits allowed. 2 runs. He walked only 1 and struck out 3, 4, 5. Larry Sherry throwing for Detroit. In the bullpen. And now we'll have a batter from McLean. What we need is somebody who can hit a home run. And the fairly obvious choice is Northrup. Jim Northrup grabs the bat. It's a roll of the dice with 2 out and nobody on, literally. Let me make sure we can see the cards now. So here's Northrup. Nobody out, nobody on, 2 down. Locker staring in. The wind-up, the pitch to Northrup. A 6-6 left-hander to the fly ball into center field. Going back on it is AG. He runs it down, and we're going to 11. No real left-handed option available for Detroit, so it will be Sherry. Sherry, the team's save leader in real life with 20. In the replay, he has 5 saves and a 0.79 ERA in 11 1/3 innings. Absolutely, Kenyon. Before we go to the 11th, let me pull back a little bit to make sure we can see all the action. There, that's better. Sad for both pitchers, really, Ben. Harlan and McLean both with gems, and neither will have anything to do with it. Heart of the order for the White Sox, Robinson, Ward, and McCraw. Larry Sherry ready to go to work now. Here's the windup and the pitch for Robinson. 3-3 right-handed. It's a foul ball. That's going to be for Cash. Cash has it. And there's one away. Pete Ward will be the hitter now. Pete's 0 for 4 today. Sherry getting the sign from Freehand. There's the pitch to Pete Ward. That's going to be a 3-6 right-handed. He pops him up. Right side. Cash again. Waits for it to come down. And there's 2 down. Two down, nobody on. Tommy McCraw will be the hitter. 1 for 4 with a double today. Sherry, the windup and the pitch, is a 1-8 right-handed. That is a grounder to second base. It's lumpy. Lumpy to Cash. And it's a nifty 1-2-3 inning for Larry Sherry. After a few loosey-goosey ones, we've got a good, tight Sunday game going here, guys. Bob Locker will come out for his second inning of work. It'll be the top of the order for the Tigers. Dick McAuliffe to start it off. McAuliffe 1 for 4. Home run way back in the first inning. Seems like yesterday. Locker into the windup. The pitch to McAuliffe. 6-6 lefty. Fly ball into center field. That's Agee. Agee going back. He's there to make the catch. And who was it that said we could be here for a while? Here's Lumpy. Jerry 0 for 4 today. Locker into the windup. That's going to be a 4-10 left-handed grounder to second base. It's Buford again. Buford comes up with it. Throws to McCraw for the second out. Norm Cash will come to bat now with 2 outs and nobody on. Stormin' Norman 0 for 4 today. He's got the power. Locker into the windup. Here's the pitch on a 1-7, fly to center field. That's going to be a can of corn for AG. And we're going to the 12th. Holy cow. I might need more coffee. God, I want to thank you guys for sticking with it here. It's a long one today. Hell of a game, though. Larry Sherry will come on for his second inning of work. Ken Berry will get his first at bat of the day, leading it off. Remember, he came in for defense. Right-handed batter, Berry on the season, hitting .394, 13 for 33. No homers, 6 RBIs. Sherry into the windup. The pitch to Ken Berry's a 2-7 base hit to right, and Berry's hot hitting continues with a leadoff single. Berry is star 15. Let's check the battery again. Sherry with a 0 hold. Freehand with that -3 cannon, though. That makes him a 12. No need to hold him close. And J.C. Martin will be the batter. J.C. 2 for 4 today. Sherry working out of the stretch now. Pitch to Martin. It's a 1-5 right-handed. He struck him out. Big strikeout for Sherry. And here's Ron Hansen, the shortstop. Hansen 0 for 3 with a walk. Pitcher's spot on deck. Don Demeter has grabbed a bat and moved to the on-deck circle. Runner on first, 1 out. From the stretch. Pitch to Hansen, a 4-10 right-handed, swung on and missed, strike 3. So after a leadoff single by Berry, Larry Sherry fans Martin and Hansen, and now we'll have a pinch hitter for Bob Locker. And it's not Demeter, I beg your pardon, I'm looking at the wrong bench. Who's got the slugging on this team? It's going to be John Romano, who also pinch hit in this game in real life. So here's Romano now, on the season, hitting .304 with 3 home runs. Runner on first, 2 down. Sherry gets the sign from the stretch. Pitch to Romano on a 2-7. He struck out the side. Holy crap. No runs, a hit, 1 left. Locker ends up going 2. No hits, no runs, no walks, no Ks. Kaline, Stanley, and Horton do. Hoyt Wilhelm will be coming on for the White Sox. Wilhelm has only been in 2 ball games and he has 2 saves. 4 2/3 scoreless so far in the replay. Kaline, Stanley, and Horton due up for Detroit as we move to the bottom of the 12th inning. Most of the 7,500 or so still on hand. And here's Al Kaline to start things off. Al 0 for 4 today. Wilhelm ready to go to work. The pitch to Kaline on a 2-5 is a high fly ball to deep left field. Going back is Brown. Hit the wall. He leaps. It's gone. And Al Kaline has just walked it off with a home run. And listen to that crowd. Let's take another look now. 2-5 to 14. The roll is a 5. So Wilhelm's stunned, just standing on the mound. For Al Kaline, that's his 6th home run of the season. So the Tigers, with 3 solo home runs, finally pull it out in the bottom of the 12th. I'll have the totals for you in just a moment. Hoyt Wilhelm takes the loss. Larry Sherry with the win. That's his first decision. I believe it's also Wilhelm's. Let me double check that. It is. 0-1 for Wilhelm, 1-0 for Sherry. Sherry, in his 2 innings of work, retired all 6 batters to face him, struck out 3 of them. No, I'm sorry, he gave up a single. I beg your pardon. 1 hit, no walks, 3 strikeouts. Wilhelm, well, you know. He faced 1 batter, threw a knuckler that didn't knuckle, and Kaline deposited it into the left field bleachers. A huge walk-off win for the Tigers, who are trying to get back into this race. They're 13-11 now. And with the Baltimore loss the other day, let's take a quick look at it. That moves them to within 4.5. Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate it. What a hell of a game, huh? Oh my goodness. Let's get the totals for you. 3-2 the final score. For the Tigers, 3 runs, only 6 hits, but 3 of them were home runs, no errors. The White Sox, 2 runs on 8 hits, also no errors. A fine fielding game by both teams, and as So points out, the Tigers start with a homer and end with a homer. In between was a Gates-Brown homer. Chief Spokane Gary player of the game, Al Kaline. Honorable to mention to McLean, of course. Kaline with the game winner. White Sox dropped to 9-14. And that's about it for today. Thank you guys for hanging with me. Some of you diehards stayed for all 12 innings. I appreciate it, believe me. Hit that like button for me on the way out, and we'll take a look ahead on the schedule to tomorrow's game. That's going to be the Yankees at the Athletics. Whitey Ford will be opposed by Chuck Dobson here at 1:30 Pacific time tomorrow. So please join me for that one. In the meantime, I want to wish you guys all a pleasant good afternoon/evening. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, guys. And honorable mention, Joel Horland. Absolutely, why not? Horland pitching in some tough luck this year. Anyway, I'm out of here. Take care, everybody. Please join me tomorrow.